Brought to you by the Fort St. John Co-op.
Good morning. I'm very happy today to be joined by Bruce from 8 Seconds Western Wear. Pardon me. How you doing today, Bruce?
Awesome, Dub. Awesome.
Thanks so much for making some time to chat with us here. We were just chatting. You're getting close to 30 years in business.
Getting on there, yeah, since 97, and the years tick by.
Yeah, that's pretty darn amazing. I mean, it's in the title somewhat because you actually do a lot of things beyond just kind of the Western wear. But tell us a bit about 8 Seconds and sort of the services and products you provide there.
Yeah, it's a lot to do with Western wear. You
Yeah,
know, cowboy hats, jeans, boots, and saddles, bridles, tack. And then we got into the feed too, chicken feed,
Okay.
horse feed, mineral.
I see. So kind of anything you would need, kind of, mostly what you need, at least to look the ranching style lifestyle.
Correct.
I
Yeah,
suppose.
correct. Yeah, we get stumped a lot, but we cover a lot of the bases as well.
Yeah. And you say tack, so that's kind of more for outfitting your horse, I suppose. eh?
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Like saddles, bridles, yeah, blankets,
Gotcha.
horseshoes, and nails, and
Yeah. And is it all kind of like, like for example, what little I know about, say, cowboy boots, for example, sometimes they got to be fitted or repaired. Do you kind of do stuff like that too?
Yeah, I don't get into repairing cowboy boots. I leave that
Gotcha.
to guys that know a little more about repairing. I do repair a lot of saddles and blankets and that end of it, but boot repair myself, I don't do. No.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and then in terms of brands and stuff, you kind of got the major ones.
We
in
got
Western-
the major ones: Ariat, Boulay.
Yeah.
Cover a good Wrangler jeans,
Gotcha.
cinch jeans. Yeah, got them all pretty well
Gotcha.
covered. Ariat, the whole works.
Well, tell me a bit about starting this out. Like we said, you said 97. You kind of got into it a little bit later than that.
Yeah, I
but-
come into the picture about 03, midway through 03, 04, somewhere in there, and that's when I kind of started the tack side of it. Wilda started the store. Wilda Alexander, she started it back in 1997, I do believe she was. Yeah. So.
And what was kind of your interest in getting this? Were you someone who always thought, I'd love to be an entrepreneur and kind of work for myself? Or
Yeah, the clothing side of it, I wasn't so. The saddles and the tack end of it was more my interest than the clothing side for sure. And I always enjoyed the cowboy life and ranching, and
Gotcha. Okay.
it's always been a part of me. Horses have always been a part of my life. So.
So was it kind of like you were like, I'd love to be somebody who sells this, or was it sort of something like you had the wherewithal, the knowledge, and Wilda's like maybe
Yeah, it's just one of them deals I just kind of stumbled into. Yeah, I was being a cowboy and run across a lady that owned a store. It
She's
worked
like,
out well.
You could sell the stuff that you're using.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it worked out well, I guess, in the long run, if you look back at it that way.
Yeah, and you've been there like the last 25 years, I guess, or so.
Yes,
Hey, nah,
correct.
no kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty quick. There's not much else to tell other than for you to tell us a bit about, when you're open, where we can find you, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're 9:30 till 6 days a week, closed on Sundays. Try to keep fairly regular hours. We're down there on Beaver Road, 10036. Yeah.
Awesome. And just out of curiosity, you find there's like there's seasons to what you're selling, or are there people in there all the time kind of buying?
We're fairly steady.
Yeah.
We're blessed that way. We're fairly steady year round. The summer months will pick up for sure.
Sure.
Once the weather gets nice and people get riding their horses more, that end of it. The clothing end stays pretty steady.
Yeah.
Pretty steady year round. And the feed as well, because we always got to feed our chickens and our cattle.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, they get a little angry.
Yes.
I believe I saw you're on some social media. You for sure have a Facebook page. Anything else you can think of?
That's not really my department, but I do believe they do got,
Yeah, definitely on Facebook. You can
Facebook, for
follow
sure.
them there. Again, 10036 Beaver Road. Anything else you want to say before I let you go today, Bruce?
I hope spring's here and hope everybody gets out and does something horsey.
All right. Bruce, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to
Not
us
a
about
problem,
8
Doug.
Seconds Western Wear. We appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Join us next Thursday for the next edition of Vocal for Local, brought to you by the Fort St. John Co-op. If you have a small business and would like to be featured for free, call us at 787-7100 or email